Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engine. I was going to say my favorite game, but this isn't really a game. But it is my favorite something. Actually, what is my favorite game? I guess that depends. Probably my favorite story-based game is still Ace Combat 5. And overall, I'd have to say probably Space Station 13, honestly. But anyways, that's not important. What is important is this wonderful universe in which we can explore. So, where to now? Let's just find somewhere random here. I'll close my eyes and click a random star. Uh, Yellow Giant. Sounds good. Alright. I didn't have any suggestions last video, but then again, I'm actually uploading a reasonable schedule now, so... My. Everything looks quite baked. Super Neptune. Let's go to the Super Neptune, because that sounds like fun. Super Neptune. Boom. Look at these rings. Very pretty. Speaking of rings and planets and pretty, some of you might have noticed, maybe not, but I did release a teaser announcement trailer for my next game project. And I don't know if any of my subscribers currently will remember, but a number of years ago, I started making a space game kind of thing, and I ended up making a solar system that you could fly around in, and it looked awful, but it was roughly functional. And then I stopped developing that because it wasn't meeting expectations. Well, anyways, my next project, which the trailer's out, is actually a resurrection of that, so it's technically the same game, but it looks a hell of a lot better, and I actually know what I'm doing this time, which does help. A micro Aquaria. Ooh, that sounds fun. So, the trailer's there. I'm still working on that. I'm looking forward to it, actually. It's been quite a fun project. I've done a whole bunch of modeling and stuff, and getting the planet to look good is actually something that I'm really pleased with. I'm using a toolkit that I got that has so much functionality. It's amazing. So, yeah, that's a thing. So I still need to finish up the next update for Go Outside Simulator, but people care about that less. That's more of like a joke, but I'm still gonna complete it. It's not like I'm just gonna give up on it. This is an interesting little potato of a planet, or not a planet, moonlet. Yeah, we can say moonlet. Actually, see here. How wide is this? Okay, what is the? Wait a minute. Vector temperature, luminosity. Where's radius? Unless I'm going over it, I'm not seeing it. But whatever. Distance to center. 15,000. It's still a pretty small little moonlet. Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Tiny. Isn't the moon like 10,000 kilometers in circumference, something like that? Or it's not that exactly, but it's roughly around there. Oh, I should know this. I wrote a paper. It wasn't a paper. It was more just like a list that kind of had my idea for a alphabetical classification system for non-stellar objects. Like anything that's not a star, but is still a solid object. And remember, I used the moon's circumference as just a rough kind of yardstick for differentiating two of the classes. Because I tried to keep it as non-arbitrary as possible, but I needed some arbitrary things just to make it kind of fit with our like orientation in space kind of thing. So like I used the boiling point and freezing point of water as yardsticks, for example, and I used Earth's atmosphere, like 1 bar, as a yardstick, and so I tried to keep it as physical as possible, but there's still some arbitrary things based on our little corner of the universe. And I have it on Twitter, I think. I post it sometimes. I kind of edit it every now and then. I don't know. Anyways, not important. I like to just create things. It's actually one of the reasons I do YouTube. Because, like, I don't want to be famous. I don't want my YouTube channel to be famous. I just kind of I just started making videos for the sake of it. Actually, it's kind of this channel, you may notice, is like almost a decade old. And yet video uploads, like regular ones, didn't start until like 6 years ago or something like that. And there's reasons for that. It's an odd little location. Because, like, I originally made this channel a long ass time ago because I wanted to do like short skits and animations and stuff. And oh, complex atmosphere. And I didn't have the material to do that, so I ended up not doing that. And it became just, oh, well, that's cool. So it became just kind of a thing that was there. I never actually really used it. And then a little while later, I started doing, oh, what was it? I would make like clip show things, but they had like no sound. They were awful, so I got rid of those. And then a little bit later, I started uploading. They were prank videos. Like, I would do soundboard pranks because at the time they were fairly popular and they were kind of funny. And the ones I did were bad. One of them was pretty good, actually. There was one where I called, I think it was a restaurant with an Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard. And that one actually wasn't terrible, but the rest of them were. And so that was a thing for a little bit. But then I cleared those all out because they just stopped being funny. And the YouTube channel just remained barren and dead for a couple more years until I started actually saying, you know what, I'm going to start making things. I don't know what exactly, but something. So I made a video in, oh, not Space Engine, Orbiter, there we go. And it was a joke. And some people seem to have gotten it. I don't know. I didn't do very well, but it was a joke. And the first video I did that actually had serious, like, viewership, well, not serious viewership, but like more, like around 1,000 and so, was a Left 4 Dead video I did, which was again a joke. And it made a lot of people mad. Ooh, Tool of Life. Because it was like scariest moments in Left 4 Dead. And it kind of comes in. And then it's just like footage with the yakety sax playing, because at the time I had a mod installed that made all the characters the girls from the anime K-On! So it was just stupid and hilarious. And that annoyed people. And for some reason, them being annoyed made me feel good. So that video is actually, that video is still up. It's like the third video I uploaded, second or third, and it still exists. And it has a very odd ratio of like to dislike. But I still find that hilarious. So like whenever I go through and clean out old content that's not doing very well, I always leave that one because it's like it's just kind of funny, you know. All right, panspermia, terrestrial, organic, unicellular. That felt good to say. Atmosphere, mostly carbon dioxide. What kind of density we're looking at here? Not great. Now, if this one's panspermia, then that means that our friend over here. No, our friend over here with life. Let's see if it's panspermia or if it's local. Oh, no. Info. And the verdict is, it's abiogenic. Alright, so the life could have been transmitted from this planet, or this moon, to that one. Or maybe it came from somewhere else. Who knows? Doesn't have a hydrosphere. That's unfortunate. I think the videos that I started doing that I actually really enjoyed were Minecraft related. Like, I started doing crap in Tekkit and Volts because they were just amusing. And people seem to like those. I started doing Space Engine because I was drunk one day and figured, why not? And here I am to this day, still doing Space Engine. But the thing is, I don't get like my viewership on these videos is always below 200, except for a few videos that have more for some reason. But it's always below 200, and I don't really mind. Like, this channel has never intended to be, like, you know, a thing that I do regularly, or I don't have any aspirations for it, basically. Like, I have no intention of this channel being big and popular. It's just something it's just more like a thing that I do, a hobby. It's a way to express stuff or to just talk about stuff. There's no real Like, there's no real, ooh, that's cool, drive or goal on this channel. So yeah, like I don't want YouTubing to be a job. I don't want it to be like a career thing. That's just never appealed to me. But I like making videos, and I have people who enjoy some of my videos, and regardless of if if I only have like 60 dedicated viewers, it still feels good to make stuff they enjoy. So it's like, all right, cool. That's what I do. I kind of do a lot of things. Like I do YouTube stuff. I also write short stories sometimes, usually science fiction. And by usually I mean always science fiction. Oh, this is frozen. Lovely. And I actually have a few of them published, like not published, but freely posted on a an online story website, like a writing site. I'll link it below. You can read stuff for free there. They're not great, but I'm kind of compiling a bunch of them. I have two more that haven't been edited yet, that I haven't published yet. Because I have to get everything edited before I, like anything that's written for the intention of other people to read it, I have to have edited by a third party. Like if I write notes and stuff, it doesn't matter. I can still read it, but because I'm dyslexic and I have really poor sentence structure, I use commas a lot. If I'm writing something like a paper or a story or something, it has to be edited by a third party. Like I can't trust spell check to help me. So I'm loving the detail in these craters. My goodness. So I'm still gonna wait for those to be finished up, then I'll publish them or post them. But I kind of figure, might as well try everything. It's like I do YouTube stuff, I do writing, I used to do comic stuff. I still kind of do draw sometimes, not often though. Mostly just like monochromatic comic things. What else do I do? Well, video game stuff, I have that going for me. But again, that was more just because I had time in my hands and I figured it doesn't hurt. And that's also not a career choice. It's more just, again, it's a hobby. Like I'll go to like threads sometimes that are like, independent game development threads. And it's usually full of people who are angry because they want to be famous. They want their games to be like the next thing, and they want to be like in the community and in the industry. There we go. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just play around in Unity because it's fun. I published a game on Steam as a joke. That's literally it. My next one's not going to be a joke. It's actually going to be an actual functional game. But it's still, it's like, you have these people who, they have great ideas and they want to make games, but they're not actively working on them because they don't have the drive. So it's like, I get that, but you're not going to get anywhere if you don't do it. So just do it. So, I don't know. It's fun. I enjoy it. But again, I don't want to be famous. Fame sucks. And I think I've used this texture before. Like on this planet. It looks very familiar. Like it's a rock texture that I think I've used in things before. In fact, I think it's like the default Unity one. Ah, it's a really good texture though, so I can't blame them. Like look at this. This looks wonderful. Oh man, I'd live here. Not very long, but I'd live here. Those rings. Ah, I love Space Engine. It's such a good thing. I guess it's a game. Thing, regardless. It's like, speaking of fame, I have a lot of aspirations and goals. And it's like, how can I accomplish these without gaining too much attention? But it's like, it always seems to happen. Like I was talking about my my balloon projects and goals, and it garners attention and interest, and it's like that's nice. And I was actually speaking to somebody at the Weather Network one time. They wanted to do a thing on it, and I was like, not right this moment. And I'm actually glad that I turned that down because considering how disastrous it went, it's like, yeah, I'm good keeping that out of the publication for now. Or like my pressure suit, and I'm not well connected, but I'm fairly well connected compared to what I should be in various industries in the world. So I have the attention of a lot of things and a lot of people, but I don't really want general overall attention. So I'm kind of happy being obscure in what I do because fame would suck. If I won the lottery, I would accept it while wearing like, a full body mask and a costume so nobody can see who I am. And then I'd probably give like 98% of it away to charity because what would I do with billions of dollars? Absolutely nothing. But I would give it away to people who actually could use it. So that's my philosophy. Plus, oh god, being rich, like especially winning the lottery, it sets you up for getting like attacked and being like a target. And it's like, I don't want that. Nobody wants that. If I ever started a company and made lots of money, I'd set it up so like I'd only get like 2% of it. Like I'd only get like a living wage, and the rest of my personal paycheck would go towards like a fund in the bank that I couldn't touch or nobody else could touch, and it would be doled out every month to various charities. And it's like, yeah, I do that because I've always wondered, like, if you had like a charity like oh, what's a good example? Well, like medical research is one, but like the people who like build hospitals and stuff, it's like, what would happen if they got $5 billion overnight? How would that boost them? How would it help them? What would happen if you gave a charity helping children $1 billion overnight? Like these kind of things. Like, these are questions that I would love to find out. Because like, you always have these rich people who are like, I'm donating $50,000 to this charity, and it's like, yeah, your net worth is like, you know, orders of magnitude higher than that. So it's like, it'd be like if somebody with $100 was giving out like 10 cents to charity, and it's like, I'm a good person. It's like, well, I guess you are, but you're still hoarding your wealth. And then that conversation divulges very quickly into communist propaganda, which I am not a communist, so don't think that. Let's check the atmosphere of this here planet. Air temperature, there we go. Pretty cold. Density, pressure, pretty high. So this is a very dense Titan. That's kind of cool. I like Titan. Oh, wait a minute. Does have a hydrosphere. And it's made mostly of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Bottom composition, ice, bottom pressure. That's pretty cool. Look at that. A liquid carbon... Wait a minute. Can carbon dioxide actually be liquefied? Doesn't it go into a solid state? Or am I thinking of something else? Oh man, I'm unsure. Well, it's a mixture. That's kind of cool. I like that. Well, I just like Titan in general. Like the actual Moon Titan. I would love to send stuff there. Is there life on this planet? There is. It's abiogenetic and it's marine. And it's organic unicellular. That would be fascinating life. I would enjoy that. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to the, speaking of Titan, to the Titan Dragonfly. That's gonna get out there. I'm gonna be like 47 when it actually arrives, but I don't care. It's still gonna be cool. Look at this. How is this not like the coolest thing ever? Ah, oh, I love these type of worlds. Titanian worlds. Or Titanian. Because there is the moon Titania. So, a Titanian you would think is from Titania, or a Titanian would be from Titan. That's kind of an odd turn of phrase. Like, what would you call someone from Titan versus Titania? Questions. This is what keeps me up at night, you know? I'm sitting there and it's like, I should have been asleep 5 hours ago. I'm only gonna get 4 hours sleep. Why am I not sleeping? What the hell do you call someone from Titan if there's people from Titania that we call Titanian? And it's like, go to bed. And it's like, you don't understand. I can't. And of course, this is a conversation with myself, which makes it more insane. So, yeah, I should speak to somebody about that. Oh boy. No, I'm fine. I talk to my cats too, and my fish. The fish don't really care. As long as they're fed, they're happy. Well, this has been a very jolly and, or I say jovial, oh. Well, that's interesting. So, if F does this, R does this, D strafes me, and of course G just sends me there. Huh. I'm learning new buttons. I've been playing this for like what? How long? 5 years? 4 years? You think I'd know. Oh, oh no. Anyways, let's go to a brown dwarf. That sounds like fun. Look at you. And we'll leave it off there for now because it is now 20 minutes. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll leave things in the description below you can check out. Yeah, have ideas for things for me to go, places for me to go, and things to talk about. It's better. Let me know, and I'll totally do it. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and space.